What if the most dangerous weapon against the global energy cartel is not a bomb or a protest, but a sleek cylinder of aluminum and magnets that sits on your roof like a piece of modern art, silently spinning in a 3-meter-per-second breeze, pumping enough electricity into your home to erase your utility bill forever? This is not a concept. This is not a Kickstarter fantasy. This is TESUP, the company that claims the title of the world's best-selling home wind turbine manufacturer with over 50 countries on its delivery map, a factory in London, and a warehouse in New Jersey shipping units with next-day delivery to American doorsteps. They have built a lineup of turbines so aggressive in their specifications that they read like science fiction. 10 kilowatts from a vertical drum, small enough to mount on a suburban roof. 10 kilowatts from a horizontal carbon fiber beast that laughs at hurricane-force winds. And an app on your phone that lets you monitor every watt in real time, while the grid monopoly watches its death spiral in real time. Here is how the magic actually works, because the engineering is where the shock lives. TESUP offers two radically different architectures, each designed to weaponize a different type of wind. The Atlas series is a vertical axis wind turbine, or VAWT, built around a modified Savonius rotor that uses curved aluminum alloy discs arranged like opposing scoops around a central galvanized steel axis. When wind hits the Atlas, it pushes against the concave surfaces of these discs while sliding past the convex ones, creating a differential torque that spins the entire assembly regardless of wind direction. Unlike traditional horizontal turbines that must swivel and hunt like weather vanes to face the wind, the Atlas is omnidirectional. It catches turbulent, shifting, chaotic urban wind from every angle simultaneously, which is exactly what happens on rooftops, balconies, and in the canyons between buildings where directional turbines become disoriented and useless. Inside that spinning drum lives a direct drive generator packed with neodymium magnets in a multi-pole configuration, producing raw 3-phase alternating current that a built-in charge controller converts to either 12-volt or 24-volt or 48-volt direct current, feeding straight into your battery bank or grid tie inverter without external rectifiers, without complex wiring, and without the mechanical drag of gearbox systems that kill lesser machines before they even start. Then there is the Magnum, TESUP's horizontal axis monster, and this is where the numbers become almost offensive to the utility industry. The Magnum is built from corrosion-resistant carbon fiber with a precision-engineered blade set designed to start generating at wind speeds as low as 3 meters per second, the equivalent of a gentle breeze you can barely feel on your face. At peak output, TESUP claims the Magnum can deliver 10 kilowatts of continuous power with a theoretical daily yield of up to 240 kilowatt-hours if sustained winds cooperate. That is enough to power a large home, a workshop, a small farm, or a remote research station at the literal North Pole, where TESUP claims these turbines have already been deployed and proven in the most brutal conditions on Earth. The Magnum can survive winds up to 50 meters per second, the maximum velocity of a Category 2 hurricane, and it does all this while you monitor output, voltage, and wind speed from the My TESUP app on your smartphone. Now let us talk about the lineup, the prices, and the power, because this is where the fantasy of energy independence collides with your wallet, and the collision is surprisingly gentle. The Atlas series starts with the Atlas 2.0, a compact vertical unit designed for smaller homes and urban environments, typically configured in a 48-volt system with an integrated charge controller. Full Atlas kits, including the generator, controller, and mounting hardware, start in the range of approximately $1,200 to $1,800, depending on voltage selection and whether you add the on-grid inverter option. The blade set for the larger Atlas models, including the Atlas X7 and the flagship Atlas rated for 10 kilowatt peak output, runs $299 as a separate add-on, allowing you to customize your swept area and startup behavior for your specific wind conditions. The Atlas X7, optimized for tight urban spaces, claims up to 7 kilowatts of peak generation while maintaining the whisper quiet operation that makes vertical axis designs neighborhood-friendly. For those with moderate energy needs or supplemental power requirements, TESUP offers the Master 940 and the H7 horizontal turbine, both positioned in the $800 to $1,500 range, delivering smaller but continuous outputs perfect for charging battery banks on RVs, sailboats, or off-grid cabins. Then comes the Magnum, the flagship horizontal beast, with complete kits typically ranging from $2,500 to $3,500 depending on tower height, controller options, and inverter pairing. Even at the top end, that is less than the cost of 3 years of average American electric bills, and the turbine is designed to spin for decades. The generation potential is where your pulse should quicken. TESUP claims the 10 kilowatt Atlas vertical turbine, when paired with optimal blades and installed in a location with consistent wind, can meet the daily electricity needs of most households. In practical terms, that means sustained output in the range of 1 to 3 kilowatts during moderate wind conditions, spiking to the full 10 kilowatt peak during storm fronts and high wind events. Over a year, a properly sited Atlas 10 kilowatts in a windy coastal or elevated region could theoretically generate between 4,000 and 8,000 kilowatt hours, slashing a typical residential grid dependency by 60 to 90%. The Magnum, with its larger swept area and horizontal efficiency, claims even higher yields, up to that staggering 240 kilowatt-hour daily maximum in ideal conditions. Though realistic annual averages in good wind zones would likely fall in the 6,000 to 10,000 kilowatt-hour range. The smaller Master 940 and H7 units, while less dramatic, still deliver consistent trickle charging that keeps battery banks alive through the night, powers LED lighting and communication equipment, and reduces generator runtime to near zero. But the true revolution is not any single turbine. It is the hybrid ecosystem TESUP has architected. These turbines are designed to integrate seamlessly with TESUP's flexible solar panels, creating a combined wind and solar plant that exploits every weather condition. When the sun blazes and the air is still, your panels dominate. When storms roll in and the sun vanishes, your Atlas or Magnum screams to life, capturing the kinetic fury of the front and converting it into battery charge just when solar output collapses. The My TESUP app coordinates both sources, showing you real-time production, historical yields, and system health, turning your home into a distributed utility node that requires no permission from the power company, no monthly meter reading, and no vulnerability to substation failures or geopolitical wars fought over distant oil fields and gas pipelines. Installation is almost insultingly simple. TESUP claims the Atlas Vertical Series can be unpacked, assembled, and mounted in approximately 15 minutes, a claim that seems absurd until you realize these units arrive largely pre-assembled with modular blade sets that snap into place and generators that bolt directly to standard roof or pole mounts. The Magnum horizontal turbine requires roughly 40 minutes, still a fraction of the engineering and permitting nightmare required for traditional small wind installations. Both systems carry a 2-year warranty and are manufactured from 100% recyclable aluminum and carbon fiber, designed to survive decades of salt spray, ice, ultraviolet degradation, and thermal cycling without maintenance. The generators use brushless designs, meaning there are no wearing electrical contacts to replace. The bearings are sealed, the housings are weatherproof. You bolt it up, wire it to your charge controller, and walk away while the wind pays your electric bill. This is why the energy establishment should be terrified. A technology that costs less than a used car, installs in an afternoon, requires no fuel, emits no carbon, produces no noise complaints, and generates power 24 hours a day in any weather that moves air, is not a product. It is an existential threat to the centralized grid model. Every kilowatt-hour your TESUP turbine produces is a kilowatt-hour you do not buy from a utility that burns coal, fracks gas, or funds foreign wars to secure hydrocarbon supply lines. Every battery you charge from the breeze is a declaration that your home is sovereign, that your power is local, that your future is not hostage to a meter on the side of your house or a politician in a distant capital. The Atlas spins in defiance of wind direction. The Magnum spins in defiance of storm limits. And together, they spin in defiance of an entire economic order built on the artificial scarcity of energy. We have been told for generations that renewable energy means sacrifice, that going off-grid requires acreage and capital and government approval and a lifestyle of dim lights and cold showers. TESUP is calling that bluff with machines that cost less than a vacation, install faster than furniture, and generate enough power to run a modern home. The 10-kilowatt Atlas is not a toy. The Magnum is not a gimmick.